Is he the NBA's worst buzzer beater defender? NBA provides some of the greatest displays of individual athleticism in team sports, but the ultimate moment is the buzzer beater when a player calls game and ends the affair as time runs out. Some of the most indelible moments in basketball history are buzzer beaters. Jerry West's 60-footer in the 1970 NBA Finals, Michael Jordan's The Shot over Craig Galo, Derek Fisher's foul away with 0.4 left versus the Spurs, Kawhi Leonard's quadruple doinker to eliminate the 76ers in last year's Game 7 of the Eastern Semifinals, Damian Lillard's bad shot over Paul George to end last year's Thunder series, etc. It's basketball's version of the walk-off. And in today's video, we will not look at the best buzzer beaters, but we will take a look at the worst buzzer beater defender. Hello everyone and welcome. As we jump to it, don't forget to click the like button, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell for more updates. In recent history, no other player has had to face the daunting task of defending these fast-paced moments than NBA star Paul George. Paul George, nicknamed PG-13, is a 7-time NBA All-Star and 5-time member of the All-NBA team, as well as a 4-time member of the NBA All-Defensive team. George played high school basketball for Knight High School before playing 2 seasons of college basketball at Fresno State. He was selected by the Indiana Pacers with the 10th overall pick of the 2010 NBA Draft and earned NBA All-Rookie Second Team honors. He was named the NBA Most Improved Player in 2013, when he also earned his first All-Star selection. George suffered a broken leg in 2014 while competing for a roster spot on the United States national team for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. He missed most of the 2014-15 season, but recovered to become an All-Star again in 2016, when he also won an Olympic gold medal. He was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2017 and played 2 seasons for the Thunder before he was traded to the Clippers in 2019. It doesn't matter what team he plays for or how hard he plays defense or the opposing player's identity. It's tradition. Perhaps it's because he abandoned the Indiana Pacers and then Oklahoma City Thunder in each squad's time of need. No matter what the reason is, if the game is close in the final seconds, Paul George will give up a basket in an excruciating way. Even though he is one of the top defenders in the league, but he has a history of becoming victim to game winners. In 2012, in a game between the Miami Heat and Indiana Pacers, Dwyane Wade's jumper with 0.1 seconds left in overtime gave Miami a 93-91 victory over the Pacers, extending the Heat's home court winning streak to 12 games. Guess who was defending him? That's right, it was Paul George. Dwyane Wade isn't the only Heat player that gave a hard time to George. In 2013, Wade's teammate LeBron James scored on a layup as time expired in overtime, and the Miami Heat defeated the Indiana Pacers 103-102 to win the opening game of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. I peeked over my left shoulder. Paul George was a little bit out of place, so I just took off, James said. In 2013, game between the Toronto Raptors and Indiana Pacers, Rudy Gay hit the 15-footer with 1.7 seconds left and was being guarded by one of the Pacers' best defenders, Paul George. In a 2013 game between Boston Celtics and Indiana Pacers, Celtics stole a win over the Pacers. You must be wondering how. With 0.5 seconds left on the clock, Celtics power forward Jeff Green got a wide-open layup and win for his team over Indiana at 83-81. In 2016, a game between Charlotte Hornets and Indiana Pacers, Kemba Walker scored 22 points and hit the game-winning shot with 2.4 seconds left to lead the Charlotte Hornets over the Indiana Pacers 96-95. Monta Ellis gave Indiana the lead with a layup over Walker with 16.2 seconds to go. Walker then split 2 defenders to get to the rim on Charlotte's ensuing possession and sank a left-handed scoop shot over Paul George. The Pacers had a chance at the buzzer, but George's shot from the top of the key missed. In a 2017 game between San Antonio Spurs and Indiana Pacers, Paul George guarded his current teammate Kawhi Leonard, who was playing for Spurs at that time, With 8.5 seconds left to play, Spurs coach Greg Popovich called an isolation play for Leonard on which LaMarcus Aldridge provided the screen that freed Leonard for the game-winning shot on a 16-foot turnaround fadeaway jumper over George with 2.4 seconds remaining. Then, in 2018, Pacers traded four-time All-Star small forward Paul George to the Oklahoma City Thunder, but Paul George's curse haunted him again in a game against the Chicago Bulls, where he failed to defend Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen dribbled to the top of the key before beating his defender Paul George with a canny spin move to open up the route to the Thunder basket. One dribble and two steps later, the second-year pro was at the rim to lay in what proved to be the winning basket beyond the flailing arms of Thunder center Steven Adams as the Bulls ran out 114-112 victors. That same year in the game between Boston Celtics and Oklahoma City Thunder, with less than 7 seconds left in the game, Jason Tatum had the ball in his hand. He drove into the paint only to send out a pass to Celtics forward Marcus Morris, who faked shot that sent Paul George flying and then drained a game-winning three-pointer to end the contest. And his curse wasn't over then. At a game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Andrew Wiggins banked in a three-pointer at the buzzer to boost the Timberwolves to a 115-113 win against the Thunder. In a 2019 game between Portland Blazers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, one of the most memorable buzzer beaters happened. With Westbrook missing a shot, Portland put the ball back into Lillard's hands. He advanced past the halfway line and put on the brakes, staring down George in front of him. With 2 seconds left, Lillard pulled up to shoot, 37 feet from the basket, standing so deep he was virtually on the midcourt logo. Portland won 115-118 and took the series, Lillard ending the game with 50 points, including 10 three-pointers. An interview that took place after game, Paul George had some words to say about Lillard's shot. "That was a bad shot," George infamously claimed. "I don't care what anybody says. That's a bad shot." But after NBA All-Star Game, Paul George recants his 2019 bad shot, claim after Damian Lillard's half-court game winner. "I guess I was criticized for the right reason for calling Dame's shot in the playoffs a bad shot," George playfully admitted. "I mean, I see this guy's range is crazy. And I mean, it's not like it's a half-court heave. These are shots that well in their range. It's a great shot," Paul George said. And his curse was even evident just last year. In a game that took place in NBA bubble between Phoenix Suns and LA Clippers, David Booker made impossible shot trapped above the three-point line. Booker faked a pass and blew past George, then jump-stopped in his sweet spot from about 15 feet out. As Kawhi Leonard closed in, Booker pivoted twice and a shot a fadeaway jumper over Georgie's outstretched arms that swished through the rim as time expired. And there you have it. What do you think about the NBA's worst buzzer beater defender? We'd love to hear what you think, so comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more.